Good morning. Saturday, Sabbath. I usually don't make too many videos on Saturday. I was listening to someone I really appreciate, a teacher that's probably the best. I've been telling people about Yada, Craig Wynn. And he said, some stuff about Islam, about how the best way to treat Islam, to stop it, is to do the opposite of what we're doing now. It's basically back up, back away from them, and quarantine. Okay? So what that means is back out of all the wars, stop invading their countries, and essentially, bring all the troops home, and then cut off aid to all the Muslims, and then don't have any relationship with them, and stop supplying them weapons, and stop helping them in any capacity in any wars. Okay, no matter which side, Muslim side they're on. Then make it illegal in America for Islam. Okay, make it illegal, and stop the flow of Muslims into the country. Okay. Now, with all that said and done, let me ask you a question. Since you and I have utmost respect for what you're doing, what you say, okay, and what you teach, because it's some of the best out there. I'll admit that right now. But how can you realistically try to do that to stop Islam and to cut them off without a military? How can you be anti-military, against the military, and expect to do all this stuff and have no military to counter any of it, or to take action if necessary in defense? Because we don't know what kind of little riots and wars may come up for a minute before, if all this rules were applied and all this was done to fix the problem. You're going to do all that without any military aid whatsoever. Not one single help from the military to do all that, or to even be there in case it help a defense. So see, that's what I don't understand. How can you be pro-Israel, want to help defend Israel, America and Israel back to back, and be against Islam, and want to extinguish Islam, but by the opposite means of what we're doing now, you still need a military force? How can you be anti-military and pro-Israel and anti-Islam and expect there to be no military intervention at all? Okay? To solve these problems. That's what I'd like to know. That's what I get confused about. And that's why I think people are turned off from, to a certain degree. And I know you don't care if they're turned off. You don't care. But I care about the people I'm trying to reach. I'm trying to share what you're sharing, okay, about anti-military, and I'm for all that. But I'm saying is, it makes me question what you're saying is possible or not without the military. That's all. That's all. All right. So one of you guys from your show, or the guy that runs your YouTube, posts all your YouTube stuff for you. He could even send me a message, a link, if you want. You don't answer questions and stuff like that. I see why. I understand all that. But I know one of your guys could probably do this, because this is I think it's a valid question. That's all. So Yada, Craig Wynn, this one's a question for you. And that would be, how can you be in support of Israel hand in hand with America and do the remedy that you're saying to get rid of Islam and have no military intervention whatsoever, and no military helping or guiding or defending or being there to support? Okay, so anti-military, pro-Israel, that means, the military. That's you got to take it all. You got to take it all or none, right? Because if you love Israel, I mean, you may not have to love their politics. Okay, I give you that much, but I just don't. I'm not trying to be anti-Jewish or against Israel, because I understand I think I understand what you're saying, but I just don't. I don't get it. How can you want to be side by side with them in these times, and say you want to back them up in defense of them? How do you expect to do that without a military? Okay? How do you expect, if they were to be attacked right now, at this moment, and surrounded by a bunch of people, and would you expect us to sit by and do nothing and not help them? Or would you prefer us to use our military to help them and out of a bind? Now, this is not a question to see your loyalty to Israel. It's to see how far you're willing to back up what you claim about the military being anti-military, because it seemed like it's a little almost wishy-washy. Because so that's what I'd like to know. In that case, if you're anti-military, how can you back up Israel in any case? Alright? That doesn't make any sense to me. You can't back up Israel in anything as a brother in arms, or whatever you want to call it, right? An ally, if you're anti-military. That's a question, and I'm not trying to hurt you, damage your credibility, or any of that. I'm trying to just point out something that I'd like to know. That's all. Alright? Love you guys. Love.